invest in God, in hearts, by doing good and being good to all people and in all situations and in all places. Dear friends, in today's liturgy, we get inspiration from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 19 to 23. Human as we are, we all have the tendency to accumulate more things, to have more things, to possess more things. The latest phones, the latest cars for those who have money, the properties, the land, everything that is material, it is in the human tendency to accumulate it. In a word, we can say we are inclined, our heart is inclined to materialism. And what is materialism, dear friends? In the context of what we are talking about, materialism can be seen as buying unnecessary things, things that we don't really need. They are not part of the basic necessities of food, of shelter, of medical care. They are not part of that. They're just buying extra things that we don't really need. That is part and understanding of what materialism is. So, buying things that we don't really need with money that we really don't have, and we are craving, forgetting that life is enjoyed even in its beauty, in its simplicity. But buying things we don't really need with money we don't have, to just impress people that don't even matter, to just make sure that we are rich when we are even really not rich at all. So, after accumulating the material things, what next? After craving for money and which you don't even have, what next? After showing up, so what is next there? Remember, more people are never satisfied with they don't have, with what they have. They always keep searching for more, and then our heart is in searching for more and more and more, and breaking our heart to search for more and more and more, and even sometimes to the extent of even ruining our health, of spoiling, of killing our own health and the health of our brothers and sisters. In such a context, the material things possess us. Instead of us using and possessing well these material things as gifts, as blessings from the Lord, in order to build each other and build others, these things possess us. Our mind, our heart is into these things, the material. Our heart is far away from what is spiritual. It is in only the material. So the material things possess us. The material things use us instead of we using well the material things. This is when our heart is only on the material things that is passing. We should be used actually as a means to reach God, to reach others, and to reach ourselves. But unfortunately, not many use it as a means. They find all ways of getting the material things, including killing, including the bad ways, including anything that is negative. They use every means to achieve material things, think that they will be happy. At the end of it all, the heart becomes heavy and empty and guilty, especially after accumulating things in the wrong way. And of course, for those who accumulate things in the right way, we are already storing up treasures in heaven, getting things in the right way, working hard, doing well, doing good to achieve money in a good way. That money is good, is sweet, is nice, and it will be nice, and that money is often multiplied and by sharing to our brothers and sisters, especially for those people who receive material things in a good way. I've seen many people of good hearts. They work hard, they achieve a lot, they are blessed with more things, and they share it with others so that that goodness can continue multiplying. Do I achieve material things in a good way or in a bad way? And do I keep accumulating all the time, allowing things to use me instead of me using the things, allowing things to control me instead of me controlling things and using them responsibly to share it with our brothers and sisters? Or I use them well to build others up, to build hearts, to build lives? Dear friends, material things will blur, will obfuscate, will block what is of the spirit, will block that of the heart, will block our relationship with God and with each other if our heart and our mind, our energy is only on material things. Yes, the material things will block our vision of reaching heaven, of reaching God. If our mind, our heart is only into material things and we use the material things as an end, it's like we have reached and not as a means to improve on what is of the spirit, of what is the heart, what is of human, what is of God, to improve each other. If we don't use the material thing to improve each other and we use it as an end, meaning we have reached, we don't need God, we do not need others. I am all full with myself. We'll be like that rich fool who said, I will break down the stores and build up new ones, and then I will make merry, I will eat, I will drink, and say, rest my soul. The Lord says, you fool, today, tonight, your soul will be called. For which will these material things be? We need to be watchful and careful of the greed which blocks us from reaching the spirit, reaching the hearts, because greed is accumulating without considering others. Greed only looks at oneself, only just for a few, for a one, for I, and others I don't mind. If greed just grabs by all means in all situations, even the bad ways it uses to grab things and accumulate. Let's be also careful about our eyes, our hearts. Healthy eyes, healthy hearts recognize the presence of God in every human person created in the image and likeness of God, and in health hearts, health eyes recognize the presence of God in every situation, including those which are challenging. Health eyes, health hearts recognize God's presence in all circumstances of life. The gospel, dear friends, reminds us that we came into the world empty-handed and we will leave the world with nothing. We were naked when we were born, with nothing, helpless, fragile, and we will leave the world with nothing. Everything we have and that we are belongs to God. There is nothing that belongs only to us. We are stewards. We are keepers of everything that God has given us. We are like managers, good managers who are responsible to take good care of every human person and every created things as we receive this mandate from creation itself in Genesis. We are stewards, keepers of each other, helping each other, building up each other, making life easy and beautiful for each other in this world, in view of the world to come. We came naked with nothing in this world, and that's why there's nothing to boast about, to be proud about. When there is nothing to be proud about, don't open your mouth. Be humble, be simple. Consider everyone as a brother and a sister. Be humble, be simple. Nobody likes a bragger, a proud person, full of himself and herself, who just only look at me, I am rich, look at me, I'm powerful. For what? When we powerful, rich, when everything we will be lifted by others, I hope we will have also helped them, those who will lift us up when the time comes for us to leave this world. Then I'm proud, I am powerful. Some women who say I'm powerful, some men who say I'm powerful, the husband. For what? It's all about considering the other as a brother, as a sister, as a human person. That's the underlying thing we have in common. And using well everything we have, with even our energy, our gifts of materials, of spiritual, of moral, intellectual, to build each other up, to journey together, to enrich each other, building hearts. In brief, nobody likes a proud person who is full of him or herself. So don't be proud. Don't be proud. We all need each other and we depend on each other. Dear friends, the gospel continues to remind us to store treasures in heaven, to start investing real treasure, above all with God and in the hearts of our brothers and sisters. Because what is above, and what is below. And our aim is to reach above, to be with God forever, to unite with Him, and to enjoy happiness forever. In order to have happiness forever, we have to already store treasures in God and in others' hearts. The real treasure is not only is actually not in the finite, in the what is temporary, what is on earth. The real treasure is above all in heaven, in people's hearts, because God created us in the image and likeness of Him, God Himself, and that's why we are dignified by the image of God in us. So, treasuring the people around us and keeping them well and doing good to them, we are already treasuring our treasures in heaven. Because the treasures on earth will pass away. Our world and everything is passing away. And even if everything will not pass away, it is sure that you and me at one time will pass away and go to give account to God on how well and good we have lived our lives with God and with others as brothers and sisters and friends and with ourselves. One day we will separate ourselves from the possessions. So be humble. Invest your treasures in God, in hearts, in lives of the people. Build each other's hearts, each other's lives. So that's one way of treasuring and storing our treasures in heaven. With God in our hearts, where our treasures will last forever. But how are we to invest in God and in our hearts? The first thing to keep in mind is to always do good and to be good in all times, to all people, in all places, at all the times, to be good and to do good. That's one way of assuring us of the treasures with God, of our happiness with God, already now and in the world to come. Be good, do good to all, embrace all as brothers and sisters. Never stop being good and doing good. Be rich in good deeds, in good way of living, in good words, in good way and manner of living with others, and especially with God. Be good, do good. How to invest again with God, our treasure in heaven? One way to invest is to be compassionate, to treasure our hearts, because in the heart there are emotions, feelings. The whole body moves with the heart. So we invested to help others move by investing in their hearts, by being compassionate, forgiving, loving, kind, tender, generous, by just embracing and taking care of each other's hearts. When we take care of each other's hearts, and we take care of each other's lives. And that is how we treasure and build up, store up treasure in heaven, by building each other's hearts and being compassionate and loving, putting ourselves into the hands and the life of the other, seeing how they are rejoicing so that we can rejoice with them, and how they are suffering so that we can suffer together and journey together to help each other together. In life we need each other, and above all we need God. Yes, we are invited to value people, of course, above God, above all, but value people and not material things. Material things help us to live our life better, especially when we get them in the right way. So we are invited to value people, not material things. People are more important than the material possessions, material things, the gadgets. And that's why we are invited, dear friends, to invest in the relationship with God, with others, with ourselves, and not in material things. And if at all we may work hard in a good way and invest in the material things, the only intention, the only reason will be so that with those material things accumulated and got well, we use them to build others up and to help each other reach heaven. to help each other, be with God, where we'll be happy forever. Let's remember here, dear friends, that's not all about me working only on my soul. It's about all of us in the family journeying together, helping each other to get our relationship with God more clear and better and beautiful. It's not about me happy and others are not. No, journeying together to see that together we embrace God and His happiness that He promises us. And again, how to invest? The Lord invites us to watch out our hearts. Never allow earthly material things to corrupt our hearts, because when our hearts are good inside, when our hearts are right, then our path, our way of life is good and is right and is light to travel. But when our hearts are heavy, when our hearts are bad, when our hearts are full of negativity, when our hearts are wrong, then our path, our way of living becomes heavy, becomes bad, and not only for us but also for others around us, and we stumble and fall in darkness because we are confused. We don't know where there is a light, where how to move, and we confuse even others, and we stumble and we fall, and we create more chaos, more tension in ourselves and in the lives around us, because our heart is full of only what is negative and bad. It's not led to invest our treasures in heaven and in the hearts of the people who are created in the image and likeness of God. Start investing here and now with more acts of goodness, of tenderness, of compassion, of love, of closeness, especially to the brokenhearted and those who are suffering in life, beginning with our families. With more patience, with more mercy, building hearts of goodness here and now. Always trust the Lord, the Master, the Creator of everything, and not the things of the world. Trust the Creator and not the creatures. And remember, everything is passing. We came in this world with nothing and we will return to God with nothing. Invest in God and in people's hearts by being good to all and doing good to all in all situations, already here and now and forever. Amen. Blessings from Jerusalem.